something that we strongly believe in. It's not about just winning in the NFL. I even hear that from analysts. I hear it from coaches. It's not just about winning. How do you win? Okay, RG3 and Tebow won when everything lines up perfectly. When Andrew Luck and Deshaun Watson get hurt, Blake Bortles can win 10 games in Jacksonville. Okay, that's not what it's about. Okay, Case Keenum, last year, everything lined up. But I've always had a foolproof method on determining if somebody is really what they're worth. Everybody in life has one great year. You get married, you have the perfect boss, you get great support. Everybody has a bad year. You get divorced, you have a health scare, there's a crisis in your life, you have a terrible boss. Don't judge people on their best or their worst year. I've had good years and bad years in this business. The 28 in the middle defines who I am. If you take out Case Keenum's best year as a pro and his worst year as a pro, here's what you get from Case Keenum. 56% completion percentage and a passer rating under 80. That's who he is. So the Vikings are like, listen, we had a great defense. It was the best third down defense in 40 years, a division where Aaron Rodgers got hurt, the Bears had a rookie quarterback, and the Lions were poorly coached. And they also faced like Cleveland and Cincinnati. It was a perfect year for Minnesota. They've got a new stadium. It's packed. It's loud. There was a lot of momentum. This, take out best and worst, is what he is. I've been saying this for years about Matt Ryan. I like Matt Ryan. But you can't take his year with Kyle Shanahan and say that's who he is. Take out his great year when they had no injuries, the division, Carolina, New Orleans, Tampa went into the tank, and take out his worst year, his second year in the league, and what you're left with is what Matt Ryan is. He completes about 63% of his throws. His passer rating's 90. He's a B-plus quarterback, 25 TDs, 13 picks. He's a franchise quarterback. Not a top 6 or 7, but he's a franchise high-end quarterback. That's exactly what he is. I've said it for years on Cam Newton. Take out the MVP year. Take out his worst year. And what you're left with Cam Newton is very much exactly what he is. His passer rating, he's not a pure passer, 84.6. Completion percentage, under 60%. Touchdowns, not a ton, 21. Interceptions, more than you want, 14. With really good mobility. That's exactly what Cam Newton is. We all, you watch some of these quarterbacks and people like Nick Foles. You really think what Nick Foles is a Super Bowl winning quarterback? That's really what you think Nick Foles is. Never forget, RG3 for a year, Shanahan, great O-line, running game. They kept the offense in a division, which at the time there was kind of a rebuilding offense. The Cowboys weren't great. The Eagles weren't great. So everything kind of worked out for him for a year, and he gets Offensive Rookie of the Year. But that's not who RG3 was. He was sort of a diva. He was injury prone, and he really wasn't a high passer rating guy. So, and I believe this is literally foolproof in every business. I always use real estate. Listen, man, you can be a real estate agent for 20 years, and the market catches fire, a new company comes to town, and you're selling homes like hotcakes, and you sell one massive $4 million home, and that year you make $300,000. So take that year out, and take the first year when you started, when you were building your business. The remaining 20 years of you, 18 of the 20 years being a real estate agent, that's what you are. So I don't get too high on quarterbacks when they have the year, and I don't bail on quarterbacks when they struggle. I mean, Russell Wilson this year was running for his life. Russell Wilson also got to 2 Super Bowls. Russell Wilson, to me, is a Hall of Fame quarterback, not the best pocket passer, but smart, ridiculously athletic, good feet, accurate, and can make things happen, and tends to be very good late in games in crisis. That's what I said about Sam Darnold at the NFL Combine. Take out the Alabama blowout loss and take out the Oregon State win. They should beat Oregon State by 30. That's what Sam Darnold is. 270 yards a game, great feet, nice arms, smart kid, work ethic, and tough. That's why he's the number 1 pick. Hour 3 coming up, The Herd.
How you doing today?
I pity you today. You're in big trouble.